Hello again. Here doing another 12 kilometers, most of them walking, still recovering from last week. And also this weekend, lots of really exciting things happen. So I did my baptism in the Canara Baptist Church, the church that I'm attending on Sundays. And also on Saturday, I went through the other church, the other Brazilian church, was the anniversary, 7 years. And also on Sunday was the anniversary of the KBC, Canada Baptist Church. And so many things in just one weekend. And I'm really, really thankful for everything that I'm going through, everything that I'm receiving as a blessing of God in my life. And I want to share with you still a passage that I read last week, and was between chapter 4 and 5, book of Ezra. And chapter 5 was interesting because was the chapter that described when the Israeli people start to rebuild the temple again, because they stopped it in chapter 4. But when I was reading chapter 5, for me was kind of something that didn't make sense, because it's not common to have some commandment from God, some commands from God, and just someone that did the opposition and everything stopped it, and just people was waiting to return in and build the temple. So when I was reading chapter 5, I was asking God about that. What happened here? Why? If they were doing what you commanded, why everything was stopped? And so in the first verse was saying that they start to build the temple after some prophecies from Haggai and Zechariah. And so exactly in the moment that I start to read chapter 5, I felt in my heart that I should go and check what happened in the book of Haggai. And so I did that. When I went there, I just realized what happened. The people was doing the sacrifice, doing the rituals, but they were not pay attention about sanctification, about following the order of God entirely. And so when the other ones start to have the opposition, they just stop, because it was a command of the king, but they just wait for 16 years. And in the book of Haggai, it's mentioned that they were building their own houses and doing everything for their own, but they just didn't do nothing about God's temple. And when the prophets was asking about that, the answer was, oh, we are just waiting for the order of God, because we cannot do that. And so after the prophets start to talk to them and also make them to realize what they were doing wrong, mixing with the other people, like the other people that was around them, and start to do things that was not related to God things, they were experience losses. And Haggai also said that everything that they were doing, everything that they were planning to do, they were not receiving as they should, because God was not with them. And so God asked them to return, come back, and start to pay attention about him and pay attention about the temple. That was the first commands that they received when they came from Babylon. And so after that, I realized that sometimes when we face some kind of struggles, problems, oppositions, sometimes we just stop and think that it's because God is not in this project, or it's because God wants me to wait. And we need to be aware of that. If we are doing everything that it's on our side, if we are putting our faith, if we are trying to have a life with excellence and integrity, everything will be in the direction that God's put you to do. And so that's it for today. This is a beautiful book. I think I heard before, but I didn't went through so deep. And for me, it was really something that captured my attention and that I want to share with you before go to the next chapter of Ezra. So bye bye, God bless you, have a great day.